I'd like to call to order the City Council meeting for Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025. The time is now 7:00 p.m. We will start with the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silent meditation. I would ask that a young man, River Romy, lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Nicely done, River. Next is roll call.
Mayor Scott Nickel.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Frank Gerton. Councilmember Adam Dyer. Councilmember Susan Romy. Councilmember David Nutt.
Moving on to additions, deletions, or changes to the agenda, if any. Does anyone in council have any? To presentations, proclamations, and introductions. The first one on this list is World Drowning Prevention Day Proclamation, which I will read into the record. Whereas every year an estimated 236,000 people worldwide drown, making drowning one of the top 10 leading causes of death for children aged 5 to 14 years. Over 90% of drowning deaths occur in rivers, lakes, wells, domestic water storage vessels, and swimming pools, disproportionately impacting communities in low and middle income countries. World Drowning Prevention Day was established by the UN General Assembly in April 2021 and is observed annually on July 25th to promote drowning prevention and water safety. According to the World Health Organization, drowning is preventable through some low-cost, evidence-based interventions, including fencing, swim training, supervision, safe boating, and CPR training. Whereas in the state of Florida, 60 drownings occurred by July 2024. As of June 30th, 2025, 15 such drownings have occurred in the state, with 8 of those being in Central Florida. Our community includes numerous waterways and recreational swimming areas used by families and tourists. The City of Indian Harbor Beach Gleason Park Pool offers swim lessons for ages 6 months through adult. Because anyone can drown, no one should. Now, therefore, we, the City Council of the City of Indian Harbor Beach, Florida, proclaim July 25th, 2025 as World Drowning Prevention Day and urge all residents, educational institutions, community organizations, and local businesses to join communities worldwide to recognize World Drowning Prevention Day by raising public awareness of water safety and drowning risk, encouraging swim lessons and lifeguard training, especially among children and underserved youth, promoting the WHO recommended interventions, including safe pool fencing, swim training, supervised water access, safe boating, and CPR training, supporting local water safety events such as clinics, demonstrations, Go Blue landmark light-ups, and drowning prevention social media campaigns, collaborating with partners such as local organizations like Red Cross, Parks and Recreation Departments, and schools to sustain year-round efforts. That is it. I will present you with your proclamation. Okay, the second one is Water Professionals Month Proclamation. I understand there is nobody here for that, so okay, we will take care of that later. On to approval of minutes from the regular council meeting minutes of July 8th, 2025. Does anyone have any changes they want to see? And if not, I would entertain a motion.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion by Deputy Mayor Gerton, second by Councilmember Dyer. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. On to reports, City Manager report, City Manager Coffey.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, council members, residents gathered here and watching at home. One action item tonight is staff requests the City Council confirm Wednesday, November 19th as their desired date for the annual board and volunteer appreciation dinner.
Everyone good with that? Good.
Yeah. Some updates. The Brevard County Board of County Commissioners recently voted to release the city's transportation impact fees that will fund the capacity improvements of the Yuma and Osceola sidewalk projects. Chief Butler, Chief Lewis, and Public Works Director Scaldo are working on a traffic management plan for the Yuma sidewalk project because that is a heavily used corridor, both for vehicles and pedestrian bicyclists. Commencement date is to be determined at this point. The Osceola project will commence after the Yuma sidewalk is completed. The update on the DEP ARPA-funded stormwater projects, I've attached for your edification and transparency 2 contingency encumbrance authorization forms dealing with some unforeseen work. The contingency was part of the budget that you approved in the award of contract, so this is technically not a change order, but it is provided for transparency. The pool will be closing starting August 11th to facilitate the deck resurfacing project. Staff anticipates that project take approximately 3 weeks, weather permitting. The partial grant-funded tree inventory project is scheduled to commence first week of August with a completion date the end of December. This project will provide a comprehensive inventory and assessment of all trees and provide staff with a GIS data and a system to update it and produce reports going forward. Just a point of clarification, you will not see the technicians out in the field through the month of December. They'll be collecting it early in the project, and then there's training involved of staff how to use it going forward. Algonquin Sports Complex expansion project. I received information today that they will be back on site starting next week. They and the design team are working through a couple RFIs dealing with the slight tweaks to the northern retention pond from the St. John's permit. As previously discussed, staff is going to be having in the next edition of the Harbor Highlights a promotion campaign kickoff to expand the city's email and text notification system. We'll be using a QR code that folks will take them to a place where they can pick from multiple categories of information. And I provided that. I will not read it all for but if you have any questions, in addition, it will be on Facebook and other gatherings. We'll be promoting this going forward. Per the city charter, the monthly revenue and expenditure report for the end of June is attached. General fund receipts for the year are $10.5 million or 70%, and budget and expenditures are $8 million, 53%. I'll just remind folks who may be tuning in for the first time, the reason those percentages are low deal with grant-funded projects. Stormwater utility fund receipts are $323,000, approximately 97%, and expenditures are 51%. ARPA expenditures of $526,000 equate to 28%, but starting next week, we will quickly spend the rest of the ARPA money. The third quarter cash and investment report is attached. A reminder, the much anticipated fiscal 26 proposed budget will be delivered hard copies to your door sometime next Wednesday, July 30th. Electronic copies will be emailed and available on the website no later than Friday, August 1st. Tentative items for the next council meeting on August 12th include police department introductions, award of the City Hall baffle box contract. Yes, you've seen that for the last couple of meetings as a next item. Working through the final tweaks in the contract is a little painful, but we anticipate that being on the next one. Adoption of the stormwater utility assessment rate. Councilmember Nutt's requested a discussion item about establishing a minimum fund balance policy for the general fund. And Public Works Director Scaldo will present a proposed donation program for the Algonquin Sports Complex expansion project, dealing with benches and other things like that as a way of offsetting our costs and allowing folks who want to donate something to have a small plaque on it to do so. Reminder, we have 2 workshops next Tuesday night. 5 p.m. is the South Patrick Drive discussion, and at 6 p.m. is the load speed vehicle discussion. And that concludes my report, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Next is City Attorney's report. Is Carl on the line with us or not?
He's not there.
He's not. Okay. We'll move along to council comments, starting with Deputy Mayor Girton. Okay, we'll move on to Councilmember Nutt.
I have nothing. Thank you.
Councilmember Romy.
Just wanted to mention that we had the Space Coast League dinner the other night, and I got to see Chief Lewis, Officer Barberi, and Officer Jen Imperato in action because there was someone unconscious in one of the pools right after the dinner. So it was quite the commotion, but these guys were unbelievable and just ran in, and Officer Jen to take care of it. So I was very proud to be there with you guys. And also at the next council meeting, I'll have an update on the veteran statue, which is getting a bit tweaked. Other than that, that's it for now.
Okay. Councilmember Dyer.
Unfortunately, I was sick, under the weather, unable to attend the Space Coast League of Cities meeting. But I do know that the city does a great job in hosting it, and they hosted it. So, as always, kudos to you guys. That's it.
Okay. And I do not have any comments. Moving on to public comments on agenda items only. I noticed that Neil Yorio is in the audience, and he's asked to speak about a city manager performance review. Mr. Yorio.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and members of the council and staff, city staff, and people in the audience. I've prepared a few remarks regarding the performance evaluation of our city manager, John Coffey. I've had the pleasure to work with city manager John Coffey for the past few years while serving on the city's tree preservation board. In my interactions with John, it's clear that he continues to serve as an outstanding city manager, demonstrating unwavering dedication, professionalism, and leadership in all aspects of his role. His ongoing support and commitment to the Tree Preservation Board have been instrumental in advancing the city's environmental initiatives and upholding its natural heritage. Excuse me. John provides exceptional support to the Tree Preservation Board, consistently offering strategic guidance and reliable direction. His role in organizing and managing the board's monthly meetings ensures smooth operations, productive discussions, and actionable outcomes. Board members and city staff alike benefit from his clear vision and thoughtful input, making him an invaluable resource in these efforts. John's leadership was particularly evident during the city's Arbor Day event, which was a resounding success. His coordination and support played a pivotal role in delivering an impactful and well-received celebration that engaged the community and reinforced the city's commitment to the environment. In addition to his strategic acumen, John is an excellent communicator, known for being highly accessible and approachable to staff, board members, and citizens. His professionalism sets a strong example for others, and his ability to connect with individuals across all levels of city operations reflects his genuine commitment to public service. Overall, John Coffey serves the city's best interest admirably. His consistent reliability, approachable nature, and unwavering support to the Tree Preservation Board highlight the many ways he contributes to the city's success. I believe his performance over the past year has been nothing short of exceptional, and I look forward to his continued leadership and impact. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, moving along to new business. Item number 5, establishment of the fiscal year 26, which is 2025 to 26. Tentative operating millage, which is our property tax rate at 5.5099. This is to consider approving the maximum millage rate for fiscal year 26 at 5.5099 mils. City Manager Coffey.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. I will apologize. This is an agenda item that I cannot avoid saying a lot of numbers, and I know it's hard listening to numbers. The fiscal year 26 proposed budget that will be provided to City Council next week and reviewed on August 12th, adopted in September, will be presented balanced at a little over $12 million. Of that, the property tax rate, commonly called millage rate, is proposed at 5.5099, which is 3.904% above the rollback rate of 5.3 and a lot of zeros. The rollback rate for those new to Florida is a revenue neutral number that if the City Council did not wish to receive $1 more in property taxes than last year, could adopt that number. Problematic of doing that is 60+% of the city's revenue comes in through property tax. And as much as we like to see costs not go up, we all know costs go up. The proposed budget of $12.1 million is based upon a 4% COLA and step progression increase, 5.82 additional FTEs, increased costs for police pension. Unfortunately, we estimate at this point, we don't have firm numbers, a 20% increase in employee health insurance costs, 8% increase in liability, and $1.5 million in capital projects. In accordance with Florida statutes, the City Council may adopt a lower rate than they adopt tonight, but they cannot adopt a higher rate. While no one likes her or his taxes go up, if the 5.5099 mill rate is adopted, homestead property owners would experience 2.87% increase in their tax bill. For example, someone with a taxable assessment of $530,000 would pay an extra $81.57 in city taxes. A couple pretty charts. It is Florida Gator football season soon, so they are in orange and blue. You can see the growth in the assessment, but the last several years, the rate of growth in the assessment has fallen dramatically. And the property tax rate looks like it's going down significantly, but if this started at 0, it would appear very flat. Therefore, the last thing I'll note is this rate of 5.5099 will require a 2/3 or 4/5 vote to be approved in September. Under the state's rules, the maximum, if the City Council wished to entertain a tax increase, the maximum rate could be 6.0246. I believe 5.5099 is a fair rate, and we've built a budget that addresses the city's most critical needs on that. Therefore, I recommend the city adopt the maximum millage rate for fiscal year 26 at 5.5099.
Thank you. Does anyone on council have any comments? I'll start with Frank.
Basically, self-explanatory to me in that respect. I actually agree with John's comments on that. He's been on track basically all the time, so I think that number will support our expenses for the coming year.
Okay. David, you have any comments?
I think we're going to dig into this a little bit more. Yeah, I don't have any comments at this time.
Okay. Ms. Romy?
I echo Frank's comments that he just said and agree with what's been presented.
Okay. Councilmember Dyer?
Myself as well, I agree with John's assessment, and I agree.
I do too. I think it's been well presented, and I think it's well justified at that rate.
Very much.
With that, I would entertain a motion.
Motion to approve our millage rate for this coming year at 5.5099.
Second.
We have a motion by Deputy Mayor Gurton, a second by Councilmember Dyer. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. On to item number 6, award of playground equipment replacement contract via a piggyback contract from Clay County. This is to consider awarding a contract not to exceed $64,000 to Advanced Recreational Concepts LLC via a piggyback contract from Clay County for the replacement of a playground unit at Gleason Park, and authorize staff to use contingency money for the overage in the procurement of the installation of services and mulch. City Manager Coffey.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. If you think this is a repeat, you're close. Recently, we proposed and you awarded a contract replacement for playground equipment at Oars and Paddles. So the essence of this is very similar. The FY25 budget contains $75,000 for playground equipment. City code allows piggybacking contracts. We've proposing to use the same piggyback contract that we did for Oars and Paddles. The playground equipment is bid was received. The piggyback contract bid is $63,500 and change. That is what we're asking you for award a contract tonight. If you do that, I separately will sign the bid based on the piggyback for $15,863 for installation and mulch. Of that, approximately $4,300 will come from contingency. The contingency tracker is attached. It still has healthy reserves. Therefore, staff recommends award a contract not to exceed $64,000 to Advanced Recreation Concepts LLC via a piggyback contract with Clay County for the replacement of a playground unit at Gleason Park, and authorize staff to use contingency for the overage of procurement, installation, services, and mulch.
Okay, thank you. Does anyone in council have any comments?
I just wanted to ask, I can't picture, where is this going in the park?
Taking some of the big.
Got it. Okay.
Jackie's Playground, the one on the south end.
Got it. Okay, thanks.
Other comments?
No other comments. I'd like to make a motion to award the contract not to exceed $64,000 to Advanced Recreational Concepts and piggyback on the Clay County contract, and also use a contingency fund for the overage for the mulch.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilmember Dyer, a second by Councilmember Romy. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. On to item number 7, Tree Preservation Board appointments. This is to consider appointing Dr. Beth Mahoney to an alternate membership position on the Tree Preservation Board with an indefinite term. City Manager Coffey.
On March 11th, the City Council accepted Mr. Bowman's resignation, and staff has been soliciting for applications. We received 2 recently. However, only Dr. Mahoney lives in the city. So Therefore, staff recommends City Council appoint Dr. Mahoney as an alternate member for an indefinite term, and she is in the audience if you would like to ask her any questions.
Okay, thank you. Does anyone on council have any questions for Dr. Mahoney?
Unless, Dr. Mahoney, would you like to say a few words?
I'm Beth Mahoney, and I live at 219 Shore Lane. I want to express my sincere gratitude to you for appointing me to the Tree Preservation Board. It is an honor to serve this city in this way, and I appreciate the trust that you have placed in me. I'm passionate about the role trees play in improving the quality of life, and I'm excited to work with the Tree Preservation Board to help maintain, protect, and expand our urban tree canopy. I believe that serving on the board is not just about planting trees. It's about building community awareness around the value of trees and making decisions that will benefit future generations. I look forward to collaborating with the city staff, my fellow board members, and all of you on the city council to support the goals of our community while balancing growth and sustainability. I'm eager to learn, listen, and contribute in any way that I can help our city continue to thrive as a green and welcoming place for residents and visitors alike. Thank you again for this opportunity to serve.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone on council have any questions?
No, motion to approve is my only statement. Very well. Glad to have you.
I second the approval of Dr. Beth Mahoney as an alternate member position on the Tree Preservation Board.
Okay, I have a motion by Deputy Mayor Gerton, a second by Councilmember Nutt. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Thank you. Item number 8, authorization to dispose of surplus fixed assets. This is considered to consider determining the continued use of a 2011 Ford Crown Victoria, 2017 Ford Explorer, 2 bicycles, 2 cargo boxes, and 5 automated external defibrillators as uneconomical, inefficient, and serving no useful function. Therefore, the best option for the city would be to declare said fixed assets as surplus and authorize staff to sell them via an online auction site to the highest bidder or other means of disposal. City Manager Coffey.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Per the adopted fiscal year 25 fleet replacement schedule, the police department's 2011 and 2017 are recommended to be sold now that their replacements are in service. Additionally, the other items the mayor referenced and listed in the agenda item are deemed no longer useful, needed, and recommended to be disposed of. If anyone watching at home wonders if I've gotten wordy all of a sudden, there is state statutes that are very specific in how we word things, so Mr. Bone helped craft that recommendation that the mayor read so elegantly. So I will recommend that the staff approve the recommendation as read by mayor rather than read it again. Chief Butler is here if you have any questions of the police assets to be disposed of.
Okay.
Was there another vehicle that was supposed to be on this list that was in the email? I just got notification of it, but I don't see anything about it.
Just a different year.
Yeah,
There's 2 of them.
There's 2 of them?
Originally, just the 17 Ford Explorer was listed. I added the 2011 Crown Vic today.
Any other questions?
I'd like to make a motion to auction off the surplus items as stated in the minutes here and the mayor previously stated.
Second.
A motion by Councilmember Dyer, second by Deputy Mayor Gerton. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. On item number 9, city manager annual evaluation. This is to consider reviewing the summary results of the city manager's one-year performance evaluation and by motion accept the summary results. City Manager Coffin.
I'm not sure what how appropriate it is for me to explain this, but I have reviewed your evaluations, and I thank you for your kind marks. I thank you for areas that I can work on to improve. I consider it a great honor and blessing to be a part of this organization and work for the leadership of the 3 city councils I have, and hope to work with y'all for many years to come.
Okay, thank you. Frank, do you have any comments?
The only comment I would have is that the overall evaluation looks very well. Kind of hard to be perfect.
Councilmember Nutt?
I agree with Frank. I did have one question about one of the reviews that was, I don't know if it was a clerical error that it wasn't completed on.
That's actually mine.
Yes, sir.
And I made note of that when I submitted it. That is a category that, in my mind, I don't know that I could offer an opinion on it, and it had to do with, I believe it had to do with relationship with employees and various department directors. I don't remember the exact phrasing of the so supervision.
So
it talks about encouraging heads of departments for certain things, and instills confidence and promotes. We're not here. We don't really see it. So that's the reason why I opted just not to score it. It's not like I gave a 0. It was that I opted not to score it because I don't feel like I'm in a position to see that, to witness that on a daily basis. So I don't feel comfortable making that assessment. So it's no reflection on John whatsoever. Just simply, it's not something I feel like I can.
I appreciate you explaining that, as we all said, yeah.
That's
I
it.
agree with that.
Yep. Councilmember Romey.
I can only say that being new to council, John's been an enormous help, and the door is always open. He's always there to explain something or help with, and I consider us very lucky to have him as our city manager.
Councilmember Dyer.
I agree as well. As we've heard from the Preservation Board and obviously every member on this council, it's a pleasure to work with John, and I appreciate all he does for the city.
Okay. And from my standpoint, I've virtually every interaction I've had with John has been pleasant. He consistently gives me detailed information on all topics, keeps me informed, I think keeps all of us informed, and operates in a very transparent manner. And I really, really appreciate that very much. So part of this is, I guess we're discussing and accepting his evaluation. I want to also bundle this into, it would seem to make sense to make an appropriate recommendation for a pay adjustment at this time. John, what has been the staff's pay adjustment? I know we've had some unusual adjustments that are having to be made.
In October, all employees got 5%. Based on your earlier 2024 direction, we gave senior staff the first of 3 one-time adjustments, because on average, your department directors were about 20 to 30% under market rate. So there's not a set number, because I used a factored in how long they've been in their position, quality of work they did, to pinpoint specifics. I just did not, and some folks may say it's not fair, I didn't give everybody the same raise last year, and the same is going to be the case for the proposed year 2. It's based on their gap to where they should be. I don't think y'all want me to get into the specifics of each person because that's not been our custom here.
I'd rather we don't go there either.
Okay. So we need to make the appropriate adjustment, in my mind. If all employees are getting 5%, then I'd say that's appropriate for our city manager as well.
I would definitely agree with that. But based on everything that went down, evaluation the year we've had, all the employees getting 5%, that type of thing, I think that's the least we can go ahead and do.
I think traditionally, I think year to year, as long as I can remember, we've mirrored the raise rate of the general grouping of employees.
Mine too.
Councilmember Nutt?
In order to put this into numbers, I want to make sure that the one that supervises the other directors, he's getting paid appropriately, and he's not having to be the supervision of somebody, of a director that's making more than him, which doesn't make sense to me. So I don't know if that 5% is going to put him in that category or not. And it's appropriately, I understand that we did have a year-by-year adjustment with their directors, department heads, when it came to bringing them up to scale. And I did make a mention that that's where I wanted to know exactly what the scale was appropriately for the pay for the city manager, along with the directors and the heads of each department. So I don't know if 5% is going to meet that requirement, or if we need to do more, or even less. I just want to make sure that it's appropriate.
I agree with David.
Councilmember Dyer?
I concur that, at least minimum 5%, and I agree with the previous statement as well from the other council members that, he should be compensated in more than the other department directors. I don't have those numbers directly in front of me, but.
So, John, rough calculations. If that were a 5% increase, is there any of your department directors that would be in your range of pay?
Depends what you say range.
Well,
if for example, without the year 2 adjustment factored in, with the 4% come October, if you didn't give me anything, one person would be $1,400 less salary than me.
yeah, that's if we didn't give you anything.
If you didn't give me
We
anything.
give you zero. Okay. And as far as comparable city manager salaries, now, obviously, fair to compare to, say, City of Melbourne or Palm Bay.
No, it's not.
It's just not. Of similar sized cities or towns, do you know how you stack up?
Yeah, Councilmember Nutt had requested this information. And I did not have staff look at the Palm Bay, Melbourne, Brevard County, Titusville, because they're just different different organizations. Satellite Beach, their manager has been there less than a year, and she makes 161. Cocoa Beach have an interim, so that really doesn't count. Their pay range is 152 to 258. Cape Canaveral, the information they gave us was 175. Grant Valcaria, 149. Indian Atlantic, 142. West Melbourne, Cocoa, 196. They're a different animal because they're utilities. West Melbourne, the next largest city, 209.
Different too. My thinking is we should at least be in the ballpark with Satellite Beach. It's my thinking.
Yeah, and certainly that 5% bump is roughly $7,500 or so added on to the 156. So that puts it at 163, 164-ish, something like that.
What's the percentage on that?
The 5% bump
We'll put him there.
would put some, there we go. I have a little chart here. That's good. So a 5% bump puts it up to 164, 741. Would get them above satellites.
Can we round them off at 165?
Sure, we can do whatever we want.
Okay.
So, but to his point, to John's point, that is, their city manager's been there for less than a year. I too want to make sure that you're being compensated fairly amongst your colleagues, your fellow city managers. Seeing these numbers, these comparative numbers, I would support a little more of a bump for this year. So kind of, it's more of a.
I would support you on that.
Yeah, I'm thinking 7%.
I think that sounds fair.
You know what? I think it's the first time since I've been on council for a while, but it's the first time we've had somebody from our community come up and give a conversation up there of all John's good points and how good he is for the city. And as far as I'm concerned, whatever Neil wants, it's fine. No.
I'm in agreement with what the mayor,
Right.
percentage of the 7% being. I can't say enough about John and the hours that he puts in with this city. He's everywhere. He spends an enormous amount of time at these board meetings, especially at the Tree Restoration Board, from the beginnings of it, before it became a board to when it became a board. He's there for every one of those meetings, making sure that it's ran appropriately. He's at every single one of these events that we do throughout the city. He's doing everything. He's everywhere. And I can't say enough about that. Just getting paid, I think you make more if you made an hourly rate. But thank you, Mayor, for taking the time to look at that. I appreciate it.
No, and for those of you out there that think that's an enormous amount of money, yeah, it's, he's paid well, but he also works extremely hard. It's not a 40-hour-a-week job. This is an on-call job, night meetings, extra efforts on just numerous things. A city manager job in a lot of ways is a bit thankless. It's not. You get criticized probably more than you get your accolades, but that's the rough part of the job, and that's why you get paid what you get paid. So in my mind, you deserve this, absolutely. So with that, I would entertain a motion to accept the annual evaluation and the pay increase that we discussed.
Stop in on the pay increase.
7%.
7%.
I'd like to make a motion to accept the 7% pay raise for our city manager, John Coffey, and his performance review as well.
I second the motion.
I have a motion by Councilmember Nutt, a second by Councilmember Romy. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0.
Mr. Mayor, can
Yes.
we have an effective date on that? In the past, we've gone back to his hiring date, his anniversary date,
And what date is that?
May 22nd.
16.
So
May 16th.
let's do, if we can, let's do an amended motion, taking it back to his effective hire date.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to amend that to May 16th for his pay raise of 7% and accepting of his performance review.
Second.
I have an amended motion by Councilmember Nutt and an amended second by Councilmember Girton. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you.
Next is public forum. If anybody out in the audience would like to come up and speak, please come up, state your name and address. I do have one speaker card, and that is River Romy. River, come up, name, address. You'll have 3 minutes to speak.
Hi, my name is River Romy, and I live at 911 Golden Beach Boulevard. And I have a question about e-bike lanes for our streets. Do you think that could happen? Because I just got an e-bike and I can't ride on the sidewalks because people are on the sidewalks. I was wondering if we could do something for e-bikes for bike lanes, like on streets.
I think it's something we can look into. Haven't really thought about that before. It'll probably come down to how much pavement width we have available on each of the roads to do that, to create a designated lane for e-bikes. But it's a very good question, for sure. So we can have the city manager and the police chief kind of look into this a bit, and let's see what we can come up with. We might be able to do something, but no promises. The roads might be a little too narrow for it. I just don't know. I've never had that question before.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you.
That was an excellent question.
Very good question. Anybody else in the public wish to speak? Come up, state your name and address, and you'll have 3 minutes.
Anastasia Dashna, 1017 Ashley Avenue. I wanted to concur what Neil had to say about John. He is very helpful for the Tree Preservation Board. And then another thing has to do with the recent update to the noise ordinance. The last ordinance had different times for the weekends and holidays, and I don't see that in this one. So I was just wanted to clarify that that did not make it over.
Okay. John, can we take a look at that and see if that was, I don't know that that was intended to be left out of the new ordinance or not, but we can take a look at it and see if it's what happened there.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Seeing nobody else, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second by Councilmember Dyer, and a second by Councilmember Romy. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. We are adjourned.